So what would you do if you were a small business owner in need of a serious infusion of cash and you had 3 small kids to raise? And then a rich man just walked into your business offering to help you.
Have you ever thought about expanding? I would, but I ain't got the money for that just yet.
Would you trust them? What if they promised to make you rich? Would you accept the help?
If you trust me, I will make you a very rich man.
What would you do? Would you ask a lot of questions before accepting, or would you turn it down if something about the offer seemed a little fishy? At the end of season 5 on The Chi, we see Emmett accept this offer to franchise his restaurant, which was a small barbecue joint called Smokey's. By season 6, it's now being considered a staple in the community, as Victor so eloquently describes here.
Smokey's isn't just a place to come get a plate of food, but it's also a place to come find community. You know, it could feel like a place you can call home when you don't have nowhere else to go.
However, there is just one little problem here. The secret to Emmett's success, which comes from a man they call Duda. And if you've been watching the show, you already know what an incredibly dangerous and sinister character he is.
You only get to be who you are in the light because of what I can do in the dark.
However, Emmett is not privy to the kind of information we are as an audience, so Duda is able to come in and seduce Emmett with all of his money. And although Emmett appears happy and excited to be able to do things like buy a car for the mother of his child and put on an expensive suit, we know that deep down Emmett suspects all that glitters is not indeed gold, and that his success in the community and in business now has come at a price he really can't afford, because making a deal with Duda is like making a deal with the devil. And the ending of this first episode of season 6 takes a very dark turn. Let's talk about it. But before we get into this video, please do me a solid and hit that like button if you enjoy the content. Be sure to click on that subscribe button and don't forget to click that notification bell for updates. Your support of the channel is immensely appreciated. Thank you. So The Chi is back, and it's so good to have some good quality programming right now with great complex characters and great storylines. So let's get started with the beginning of episode 1. Emmett is on his way to the grand reopening of his restaurant, and with this scene I was like, oh my goodness, look at all that snow. Man, that's crazy. As someone born and raised in the deep south, I was like, child, ain't no way. God bless any of you all from Chicago. Bless y'all's hearts. Anyway, Emmett is trying to get to his restaurant, Smokey's, when he comes across Duda and his henchmen, who stop him and tell him not to even worry about the reopening of his own restaurant. Everything's been taken care of. And the look on Emmett's face just said it all to me. It's like the gravity of what Emmett has given up was really sinking in for him. He really doesn't own that restaurant anymore. It really belongs to Duda, and that was really sad. So Duda takes Emmett to a high-end store where Emmett tries on an expensive suit he cannot afford. And of course, Duda lets Emmett know he's going to pick up the tab, which lifts Emmett's spirits. When Emmett questions why Duda would do something so nice for him, Duda says,
You are an investment, Emmett. I can't just invest in your business. I have to invest in you as a man.
I don't know about you all, but that really bothered me. Again, because as an audience, we know that this is more of Emmett's soul really being bought and sold. Then when all the men are celebrating, toasting with some champagne to the good life, Duda's henchman passes Emmett his very large weapon and asks Emmett to hold it for him. I don't want to show it here on YouTube, but you all know what I'm talking about. You can tell that Emmett is clearly bothered. Again, the look on his face says everything, even though he's clearly trying to hide it. Again, I just felt my heart sink because as much as Emmett may irk my nerves, and he can be very annoying, we all know this young man does not deserve to be pulled into the underworld or the underbelly of Chicago like this. Emmett was just minding his business, raising his kids, and working hard, coming by it honestly, with no intentions of trying to be about that life or do any dirt. And yet, he still got pulled into this evil world, which just seems so unfair and so wrong. When they finally arrive at the grand reopening, we find out that some time has passed since last season, and apparently Duda has already opened up a Smokey's franchise in New York that he says is making good money. So much money, in fact, that he's wired a considerable amount of that money into Emmett's bank account, prompting Duda to advise Emmett to just go ahead and splurge, go ahead and buy a brand new car for his baby's mother.
You said you needed one.
Yeah, but I didn't think you was gonna do it.
Hey, and it's paid off. Yeah.
Even though I was like, doesn't he have more than one baby's mother? But okay. Then his current living girlfriend gets upset because people that come by their money honestly usually think more before making such major purchases. And instead of talking to her about what's really going on, Emmett instead storms off and goes to join Duda and his crew at some kind of cigar bar where Duda teaches them how to light and smoke a cigar. Things appear to be going smoothly. The men are all enjoying a late evening, drinking and smoking, when someone steps out of line and gets rude with Duda, which is a big mistake. Well, actually, it turns out to be a fatal mistake, as Duda just decided to walk up to this man and kill him, leaving Emmett to be an eyewitness to a murder, which he is not at all prepared for. Wow, this was such a good episode and a great start to the season. I can't wait until the next episode. But you all let me know what you think about what happened. Are you all tuned into this season of The Chi? What do you think about Emmett getting pulled into Duda's world? Were you as upset as I was? Do you see any way out for Emmett? Also, what do y'all think about Duda's decision to recruit Bakari, who is only like 16 years old? That was so heartbreaking to me as well, because people were really trying to help Bakari, who was finally starting to realize his dreams of wanting to become a writer and write a book about his life back in season 5. Now he's officially part of Duda's crew? Do you all think Bakari is going to make it? Also, quick look at the preview for this week's episode. Looks like, of course, Keisha and Emmett are still in a bad place and not getting along. And it also looks like Duda is going to threaten Pastor Stanley, and something very violent is about to go down, which may put Bakari in the middle because of how close he is to Papa. What do you all think? Drop down in the comments below and let me know your thoughts. And of course, if you've made it all the way to the end of this video, thank you so much for watching. Please go ahead and hit that like button if you got anything out of the content. Be sure to hit that subscribe button and don't forget to click that notification bell for updates. Thank you.